We are in Toronto, where the Raptors are looking to take one in an interconference game at home. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, along the sideline. For the Timberwolves, this is the last game before heading back to Minnesota.
OG Anunoby out of Indiana. He was the 23rd pick in the 2017 draft. Another great draft selection that day. Slipped due to injuries concerns, but he's been great.
5 on the clock. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. That one good for 2.
What can't this kid do? Gilgeous-Alexander with a big-time play at the end of the clock.
And Smitty, with OG Anunoby, he has a very high ceiling with what he can become.
Greg, OG Anunoby can impact the game on both sides of the ball, which is fantastic. He's a solid defender, and with the ball in his hands, he's very smart, making good decisions. This team is very excited to see his development.
Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victor.
Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
It's been a quick start here for Toronto. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Raptors need to get a shot. Out to Nance. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Minnesota off to a slow start. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. Now here's Ingram. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game. And here's Brooks from outside.
Combining the length and the effort, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander making an impact at the defensive end.
That shot off, so Minnesota will take it the other way. Outside, Sexton. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Nance from outside off the mark. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Showing signs of being a high-level defender. Anunoby can guard multiple positions and challenge shots.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Good on the three-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he dunks it down.
He's efficient, low turnover rate. Shai is more than capable of running the show.
Pass to Ingram. The 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Ingram. Misses off the left iron.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
To the inside. Okongwu's shot is good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the Raptors with some changes. And really deep three that time. Ingram's got 6.
The key for Brandon is shooting with confidence. When he does this, he buries these trays.
White, wide open, he fires. Drills the three-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Sexton with it. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Frames the three-pointer. Sexton's got his second basket of the night.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
Back to White. Fires from deep. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Sexton for three. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Brandon Ingram is a fascinating player, multi-dimensional and versatile. Needs to keep improving.
And he's good on the second. And here's White. Takes it inside. And hold on!
You gotta buckle up on that one.
God, we had to take flight to get to this game tonight, but here's a guy who simply takes flight and flies at will on the basketball court. I mean, it's pretty surreal to watch a guy who can...
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Toronto Raptors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Pass to Hornacek. From deep. It's deflected, and they get it back. It's Curry outside. White drives in, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he...
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
And so it's none with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. 4-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can be a game changer on the defensive end. Has very good instincts for staying in front of guys.
Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatically deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Gilgeous-Alexander misses the jumper.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Showing he can take over on the offensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Pass to Gafford. Outside, White. Here's Gafford. Hornacek from long range. Okongwu grabs the board. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Jams it in off the great move.
Crafty move by Shea. He's getting better and better at changing pace.
Pass to Hornacek. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. To the paint. Here's Warren. And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That's his first foul. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Toronto leading by 7. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
It's White on the wing. None wide open. Oh, good with the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Nance. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
Timberwolves trail by 7.
Hey, guys, just a little too nonchalant there. That's a couple turnovers here in the last few minutes, and those miscues can spell trouble. And the next one puts them in the bonus.
Nance a screen. And it's White missing.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Back to White. Here he goes. It's tipped. Anunoby has the open look. Sinks the triple. Anunoby's got the lead up to 10 now for Toronto. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Toronto.
They're doing a great job defensively down low. They've already racked up a lot of blocks. They've established an intimidation factor early in this one.
And also, they've been really active on the defensive end in terms of applying pressure and coming away with steals.
2 on the run. Nunn, that's good. Nunn's got his first 3 points of the game.
Beautiful find by Derek White. When you start your career with Coach Popovich, you either make the next pass or you don't get minutes.
And stolen by White. To the middle. Here's Gafford. 55 seconds left in the first half of basketball. It's Powell on the wing. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Gafford. Timberwolves trail by 7. Pass to Nunn. Here's Gafford. White covering. Here's Gafford. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
White looking around. Driving in. 6 on the shot clock. Warren trying to break loose. Tries again. It's deflected. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Toronto ahead. They lead by 5. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. So it's Toronto now. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Playing to Ingram's strengths. He's most effective when he gets his points within the flow of the offense. Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5 even though he's a little undersized.
Raptors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And the Raptors miss again. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for Minnesota. They trail by 7. To Olajuwon. Now the Raptors moving it up. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball. Toronto working the ball around now. Latrey. Here's Okongwu. Good on the bucket. Okongwu's now got 7 points in the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's foul number 2 for him. Pass to Sexton. Back to Ingram. Lets it go with the 3. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Ingram's got 6 points in the quarter. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the statue when he gets going downhill as well. And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal.
That's just sloppy. I mean, you can't lose control of the ball like that and let it get back across midcourt.
You know he's kicking himself, and he might hear it from the coach at the next timeout.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Second free throw, no good. Timberwolves trailed by 9 and stolen by Okongwu. He takes it in, and Okongwu slams it in.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
For 3, Ingram. Rebound by the Raptors.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that. And there are a number of things that make Ingram a dominant force. But what really jumps out at you the moment you see him, the length. Few wings in league history have had a 7'3" wingspan. And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
And Greg, you combine Ingram's length with his emerging skill set, he has got a long career ahead of him in the NBA.
I mean, he certainly has the tools. What we need to see now is the consistency year in and year out. It's one thing to reach that star status. It's another to become one of the true superstars in our league.
DiVincenzo on the wing, Nance. It's White on the wing. Back to Nance. Olajuwon with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Olajuwon does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter.
Back to Ingram. Fires the 3. That one doesn't drop. And Toronto will go the other way with it. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Raptors.
They've been playing such pesky defense. It's been very impressive, especially all the turnovers they've caused.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Here's Ingram. No good, unable to end this run. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Boucher. Ingram with the steal. Outside, Sexton. Nice move. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. Johnson's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
I like White's decision-making in the pick and roll. He has a good understanding of the defense.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last. Here's White.
Come on, come on.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
Tenacious inside play from Kobe. Gets the shot off and a trip to the line.
And both free throws good for White. Now Ingram. Johnson outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Don't sleep on Ingram as a facilitator. Has the size to see over defenders and make sound.
And so it's Toronto. Out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Minnesota with the ball. 17-point game. Over in the corner, White. Out of hand on it, but they recover it. They get it again. Tries it again. Back to Hornacek. From outside the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Hornacek's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. He lobs it up. Boucher's shot is off.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Hornacek for 3. Ball stolen. Here's White. And White with the stuff.
Kobe White excels at turning on the Jets in transition.
Hornacek for 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Outside, White. Driving to the basket. A beautiful reverse layup. White's got 10 points in just the second half.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Hornacek from long range. Toronto grabs the miss. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's White. Takes it off the glass. White's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Warren. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley. And and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver.
And Seattle, right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. Three-pointer. Kept alive, Minnesota. Hornacek for three. Unable to get that one.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Timberwolves passing it around. Over in the corner, White. It's good from long range.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
And Curry has it in the corner. Hornacek for three. And another three for Minnesota.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well.
Pass to White. Lets the three fly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Demonstrating how efficient he is, Derek has a great feel for when to fire away.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 24 points.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Raptors.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
Yeah, I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a two-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Onyeka Okongwu.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the boards. Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
Now, here is Hornacek. Here's Curry. Back to Hornacek. Outside, White. And a miss there on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Pass to White. This one for three. Up again. And Warren able to finish. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Raptors. Here's Nance. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good on the quick three. Hornacek with it. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence